Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to another reaction. Today we are reacting to Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I just realized my face is blocking the title of the video, which is why I'm saying it. But it's okay. This is the definitive playthrough, part 15. There's one more after this, and then we're gonna do the Last of Us definitive playthrough, and then we'll do the rest of the Uncharted's. I've decided that's the order I'm going to do this in, because this is my channel and I do what I want. But this is with Nolan North, Troy Baker, and they have Alan Tudyk, I think is how you pronounce his last name, as the guest. So let's go ahead and get into this, and I'm gonna sing the theme song, so if you don't like that, again, go watch another streamer. I sing and make noises and imitate things, and I'm not apologizing for it. But let's go ahead and get into this.
Big doors.
Those are very large doors.
Big wooden doors.
You know where I found those? Restoration Hardware.
Restoration.
Restoration.
So proud of the autism.
Oh no!
You thought you were done.
Oh no!
Yeah, this was the church. Remember that I said I got stuck in a church before? That was a
me being
story.
autistic,
But,
or me
this was the one that I got stuck
letting
in,
the intrusive thoughts and
I
everything
don't
go.
have anything that can take those guys out.
That's what I wasn't sure if you wanted to have the sniper rifle or if you wanted to have the.
Can I not go back? What's over there?
You can't go back. Yeah, just keep rolling. Hi.
Hi, Dragon
You
Sniper.
being
There you
confident
go.
with yourself.
Okay. So
I'm still not 100%, but
Those are
I'm
the
getting
grenade launcher.
better.
We've been playing now for like 15 of these episodes, and it still boggles my mind that you don't understand where these things come. I don't understand, first of all, how we're just now playing this game as opposed to you've been played this before. You're the last person in the world to play this game. Oh my god.
Huh? That's not true.
You're the
He's not the last
literally
person.
everybody else. Name one person who has not played this game.
Me.
Name one. I'll bring him here.
No.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and the hell.
Hey, buddy.
I was in the middle of an audition.
Ed 2, Alan? Really? You've never played this game?
No,
You still audition?
Ooh. Come on. We have guests.
it was for Hamlet, and I was doing a very good job.
Hamlet?
Yes.
You're doing Hamlet?
Well, I was. I'm not going to now. I don't think I'm going to get the job. I've been glitched out into this horse shit. What is this?
This is Uncharted, a little game we like to call.
You're in that.
Never played.
Hey!
I've never played.
See?
Right? I told you never played.
It's
Apparently.
okay that you haven't played. The fact that this is what bought his house, he's never played before, is a bit weird. And I said he was the last person who's never played this game, and he said that's not true, and lo and behold,
That's what brought me
that's
here.
what brought you here.
Christ's
So,
sakes.
speaking of Christ's sakes, we are stuck in a church because that's the state of the Catholic Church has dragon snipers and grenade launchers and a bevy of mercenaries, of henchmen.
What is this? Okay.
Go.
So,
I'm here to help.
There's
I'm here to help.
first-person shooters.
Yes, this is not that.
What the hell is this? Second person?
This would be well, second person, sure. Third person action adventure. We're doing cover-based shooting.
This is called.
Damn it! I wasn't in cover
Or
there.
Cover-based dying.
Cover-based dying.
Cover-based dying.
Cover-based dying.
I'm doing my best.
And that we know. Trust me, we know.
I did my
We've
best.
established a few
I did
things.
my best.
A very famous jazz singer is based upon where he shoots people. It's the Nini Elbow. So Nini Elbow was a very famous jazz singer in the 40s.
This is
I
what
have the
happened after the
greatest
Pope died.
Wow.
Nini.
Yeah, Nini Elbow.
I got a little greedy. Got a little greedy.
Pretty
One in
much,
cover,
yeah.
one in cover, one in cover. Keep on walking into the church. You'd think you'd find a different entrance and like go, I know where everybody is now. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go around the church.
Okay. I try not to get political on this channel because I have my podcast for that. But I just think it's hilarious how literally like so Saturday, because today's Monday, and he died yesterday. But literally, I think it was the morning or like the day before, but he told off JD Vance, and I just think that is the funniest thing ever. And then he dies. But yeah.
Is this
Shooting bad guys in the taint is that's where they're the most vulnerable, is in a gooch if you're in the UK. Pikey shot.
Wow, that guy has a good shot.
Very good shot.
Damn it.
Is this a famous church?
Oh, he died
based
today?
on
Oh.
Some church?
Okay, yeah, it was like,
This is the church where I was met.
it was like early in the morning.
This would be a
so.
great question for the good people who designed the game. But
That's amazing, yeah.
We've been in this like amazing, very opulent, beautiful place in the Amazon jungle that somehow no one has been able to find with satellite imagery or on a map. Go, hey, look, there's clearly some very significant architectural ruins. Maybe we should go take a look. This guy crash lands there in a plane, and here we are. And also, by the way, a division of bad people that have been.
I was still up when I saw that he died because I was sad. But yeah.
Their ammo shipments would have
The
flagged
RNC. By and large.
Your shirt, I can't tell, Nolan, if it's a penis
It is.
or a uterus.
But it's also a band from the 80s.
It looks like it's got the two and then the
The
canal.
balls and the.
Well, the balls and the penis.
And the shaft.
Or if it's the
What do you mean?
ovaries. And I think that's called the lady tongue. I don't know how to name it. I didn't take that class.
Skipped it.
Well, I got
Alan,
thrown
would you
out.
like to go to biology?
Who needs that crap?
By the way, welcome to my life for the last several weeks. It's just this. And this is why this, by the way.
So you're trying to finish a game. What's happening with your face?
What's happening with
We
your
decided
face?
that he resembles Anthony Hopkins in the last part of Legends of the Fall. Stroke.
It's not fair.
Chalkboard.
What's that? It was an astute observation made by one Travis Willingham, who said, I figured it out. This is what he looks like. Oh.
I am doing my best.
We love you. We love you. We're here to support you.
So what's at the other end of this?
More of this
Communion?
as we found.
Communion and
Communion?
This is the blood of Christ. This is the blood of me. It's all over, and the blood of all of these people.
I am blocking Troy's face, so hold on, let me fix my...
It's nice.
Just one lady comes in here. I'll be gone in a minute. Here we are. In amor Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti, just bullets whizzing past him.
The worst job in
What
the
did
world.
you do to get assigned to this parish?
I don't know.
Father Johansson has been in the Amazon. Which parish? We don't like to talk about it. There's a lot of naked zombie people and
I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Well,
God
kill
dang it.
to the
those
left.
guys.
Go to the left.
Kill the guys.
See,
that
even
shoot.
Alan knows what you should do. What should you do? Well, kill those guys. Clearly. Look at that muzzle flash.
What a nice. It's a better gun. I never played this. I got him. Oh, they're right there. He's got a knife or a weapon. Uh-oh, you're turning.
Yeah, whenever we go
Tell
like,
me I don't have to go back to the beginning.
whenever we go black and white.
Oh my God, you gotta help me out here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
No
now
one's
you know
about
what to
to
do.
rage
I know
quit.
They are.
I know what-
There's that guy. Careful, that guy. He turns you black and white.
Angry level
That's
4!
just a bad thing.
Alright, we're gonna take care of these guys first.
One and duck, and wow. In the
I will shoot him in the where I need to.
Seems like you're really drawing a bead.
On the taint. This
Yeah.
is what we've established. It's clearly the most vulnerable spots of all the enemies.
That's the one place.
You had a headshot.
He's waiting for a taint shot.
Oh. Now, oof, oof. Because you're lining up, you either have the grenade guy or you have a sniper guy. Mwah.
Ooh.
Mwah.
Nolan is pissed, yeah.
Mwah. Moulin Rouge.
Oh my god. And so how long have you been playing this? How long has it taken to get to here?
The whole of my life.
Son of a biscuit. This is not fun. I am dying a
Back
lot.
to the stairs.
Angry level 5.
All right, you guys, how are you?
And see, then he does that. He does great, and then it's not. Then it's no. Then it's
Go.
now get the grenade guy because he's the one that's giving you the or
He's giving you the business. You gotta take care of the guy who's giving you the business. Show him what for. There you go. He'll feel
you
that
have,
in the morning.
you have one more shot on the dragon sniper. I would use
Watch
it
the stained
wisely.
glass. Be careful of the stained glass. That's very expensive.
It's irreplaceable, might be.
Irreplaceable, yeah, it's.
But then again, after all this, they're gonna be like, I don't think we support the church down in the Amazon jungle no more.
This is a Presbyterian. I don't know.
Episcopalian.
Wait, is it
Like
the
Catholic
first
light.
Uncharted or
That feels.
not when
Catholic on a diet.
There we go.
Sully says, "How did you do that with 3 bullets?"
Right. I think you're right. Like it is. It does feel more
Based in
relaxed.
liturgy, you know, sure.
I don't remember which Uncharted it was.
I need
Oh, you had it.
in the penis.
I like to shoot him in the penis.
You have one more shot with the dragon sniper.
Do I need it? Do I need it? Who's out here?
I don't think that's a way to test.
I think-
Running out and like shoot at me. Who's gonna
It was
shoot?
3? Oh, okay.
He must be right. Ah. My goodness.
I make you fly.
Okay. So now, yeah,
Oh, that looks good.
take a second, reload.
M4. That's good.
Breathe. You don't want to go back to the steps.
No, you don't want to go back to the
Trust
steps.
me.
Somebody
Nobody wants to go
shooting
back
at
to
you.
the steps.
Somebody.
Shotgun guy. Shotgun guy.
What's that? Oh, that shit.
Yes, put it in the alcove.
Kind of feels like a cheat.
No, grenades are fair play. You're
No,
very.
not the grenade, but that whole like grenade area. I'm not saying this is I didn't design this game. And the people who
Please,
did
Ellen, you have
are
notes.
very savvy. It just seems, you know, when I was
Now, hang on a sec.
in the shit, we didn't have that.
We had a guest on, the lovely Alana Pierce, who said, you know, there's no way that the width of his shoulders he would have come out of that door. There's just he's too large. I was like, so that's what's taking you out of this whole experience? There's no way. The physics of it just don't make sense.
Yeah. He would have sweat rings.
Clearly.
At this point.
You know what? I'm out. And that's how you get a 65 on Metacritic.
I need ammo.
Yeah, you do, but you also need to find cover. Huh.
Blast him.
What is Metacritic?
Metacritic is the
I'm guessing it's like
it's the
like a
Rotten
workout
Tomatoes
supplement.
No, that's way better. It is the Rotten Tomatoes for video games.
Oh!
Except for it can have a determining factor on whether sequels get made or people get fired. You have the Desert Eagle, so be judicious.
That guy is.
Lead your
full.
target.
This guy is like I gotta check to see if I
Shit.
left my lights on.
Yeah, brother.
I know what I need.
You need to not just melee people. Oh my god.
Well, that was.
Go that way. Go that way.
Oh, there you go. Roll.
Yeah,
through it.
evading is good.
Uh-oh, you're turning black and white.
Cover, 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 cover.
I got one bullet
When we
left.
go into cover and we get our color back, then we're okay. But beyond that,
Yeah, get your color back. Get flushed. What's the
hey, you're on top of him. He let you stand on top of him.
That's never happened
Push
before.
it. Oh, kidney shot, slap in the face. That was more of a punch, but it was a slap in the face than a kidney shot.
A slap in the face. So those guys,
And what are they doing
and
back
Sully's
there?
all the way back. Hey, kid.
What kind of help is that guy? I
What's
thought.
that? God dang it! I don't have a
Look at
rifle.
Sully.
You need to not be there. You need to not be there. You need to not be there.
I'm trying to roll. I'm trying to roll.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
That laser.
love, I have a
Tactical
funny story.
Yes.
And a
Which I can
gun.
tell
Yes.
after
And a
this.
sniper rifle at that. So
But since
my
it's
God.
There it is.
just duck down.
it's
And-
about
and-
The
and
Last of Us, because
make him go away.
Troy Baker here.
I don't
Is that
see you.
Sully?
You're in the, yeah, that's Sully.
Oh, he has a gun? Sure isn't
Well-
using it much.
He has one, but he's like, not yet. I'll let you know when it's time, kid.
And then, like, he comes up when the coast is.
Like he has one bullet left. He's like, I'm gonna save it for myself. If things get really bad, they're not taking me alive.
That's right, kid.
Ugh.
I got
Yes,
that's
very
that,
good.
That sniper is like.
You're not gonna get him with that, by the way. Your shotgun is resistance is
Uh-oh.
futile at this point. Oh my god. Wait for them to get close to you.
Yeah.
Lure them in.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know what. He's like over there, right?
Yeah, but I'm screwed.
Oh, I see.
I'm so surrounded.
I got you pinned down. Oh.
Oh, those two guys, yeah. Just take them out one by one.
Yes, what a wonderful strategy. Just
Do
tell
they-
you what, don't die.
Do they multiply if you don't kill them? Is it one of those situations where it's like, if you don't kill them all,
They'll respawn.
yeah.
Oh no.
Stay there, stay there, stay there. You're fine. Love of God.
Uh-oh.
It was close, but you were behind cover.
So that's your voice.
He did this.
I'm
There you go.
I'm Captain Bill.
Did very well. It was. What tone do you want to strike? What is the tone of the game?
That was the question, yeah. It was. I gained a lot of weight.
He's so focused.
But just here,
Yeah, it was
like everything up here, pretty much stayed the same. It was just.
it was a lower body.
I need to get some.
But you're like Christian Bale. You can just drop it like that.
Oh! We finally caught up with you.
It's not back to the beginning though, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, you're fine.
Oh. This is good.
It's not unforgiving. It's a game, for the love of God.
It's cruel. But
I need.
it's not.
It's.
But it's not
cruel.
unusual.
It's cruel, but it's not unusual.
It's punishment. However,
Flush him out.
flesh him out.
That's a disgusting term.
I really want to. Do you say flush out the character or flesh out the characters? What do you say? I want to flesh him out or flush him?
Like if you're acting,
Sure.
it's. I think the term is flesh out.
You flesh out the character because
Yeah.
it's just bones. It's bones. You don't have a character.
Yes,
It's bones.
exactly. It's two-dimensional. You need to add something.
But
Blood
some
and bone.
some actors have to flush out.
Flesh out the last character to get the flesh on the next one. I've never understood the use of flesh is disgusting to me. When people say there's do you have flesh in the game? What game is this?
Where you had
This
to
is a disgusting flesh game.
just hang on. Tell you what.
Come on, come
I'll
on.
show you. I have this flesh. This is a pound of flesh. Thank you for the Merchant of Venice reference.
Yeah, we're back at Shakespeare.
Everything comes full circle. There's some literary nerds that went, I got that one. Because that's our demographic. That's who we're going for. It's not the gamer.
Maybe some people who like the what was that movie? Seven?
Oh yeah,
Because that guy had to cut a pound of flesh
a
out.
pound of flesh.
And that's
What's in the
disgusting.
box? That director though, didn't have much of a future.
Who is that director?
He's a picture, bro.
Oh,
Come on,
I've
Sully.
never heard of him.
There should be a hidden passage right under the altar.
There should be a hidden passage right under the altar.
Okay, we'll look under the altar after I get my breath.
You did very
I'm
well.
so
Sorry,
glad
we were
you
having a
like
great
this
conversation.
commentary.
Side is
Yeah.
open again. You got the right eye's open again, so
The Bell's palsy has receded.
yeah, that's good.
It's this is.
You look rested.
Leave this out of your face.
I feel like I've had a stroke. It's
You
unbelievable.
did. You had a stroke of good luck.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. I see what you did there. Oh, that's nice. Another one. Oh,
See if you can get the
How do you see them? Is it just that when you walk over them, it says, "Hey, you're standing
Shiny
on a
what's
thing?
this?
equals
Like,
good.
hey, what are you doing?
Hey, get up.
Hey, get up, get up.
That was Peter.
So did somebody motion
That was
capture
Peter.
Yes.
The
Someone
dead
had to go.
body?
But they had to audition for it too, and that's the shame of it. It's just, all right, can you lay down on the ground? Yes.
Do you
What's
think-
going to
do
do?
you
We're
think
going to
they-
walk over you, and then when we do, just move your hands. Thank you very much. We'll call you. That's what sucks. That guy got back in his car, and he's like, damn it, I should have gone the other way. I would have had it. I would have been on Uncharted.
I was almost in this game. Kill him!
You.
Kill him! I was almost in this game.
No, this is the first one.
No, I was never in this game.
No.
I was never almost in this game.
Well, you were.
This is 2007. What were
Halo was a deal that you and Nathan did, right?
Where were you at in your life in 2007? Like, where was your spirit, man?
I don't think it was good. No, it was a good time.
2007?
Yeah, 2007. I just finished a movie called Death at a Funeral. The English version. There's two versions.
There
The
is.
American version, the English version. I did the English. It's a better version, is what I've heard.
You spend most of that movie under the influence.
Yes,
What's that?
of hallucinogenic
drugs. I remember this.
Yes.
I'm also obviously the one role that people would probably know you most for 28 Days.
28 Days.
Would be this seminal. That's the standard.
You were in that?
Not 28 Days Later.
It's a different. He
That's
wasn't
a
that
different
as well. He was.
But I think
Zombie 12.
Yeah.
You're the guy in the car. At
I
the very
was
beginning.
definitely a seminal character.
What is the role that you would want people to go as like? That's it. That's like.
Dodgeball. Steve the Pirate.
Yar. I don't
Yar.
think that's the one that I'd say.
That commentary is 10 times
That
better
says
than the
it
game,
all.
for real.
It kind of says Yar.
Kinda does.
And Gar. That's
Gar.
pretty much mainly
Pirate
my
treasure.
lines. Yeah.
But the full arc of that character is great, where you come
Oh,
back
yeah.
at the end.
Yeah. Great fun.
I wish I had
We're done with the
someone
game
to
for now.
like
You can
give
play. We're just gonna keep
that I
talking
could
about Alan
give
Tudyk.
commentary
Oh,
with
this is where
when I
they
play
acted.
this game.
Yeah.
This is where the acting's done.
Because I feel like it's just gonna
Very
be
well,
so
Mr.
boring
Drake.
watching me play.
Look, so the character's name is Navarro. If you get a good shot of him, tell me who he reminds you of.
Bruce Willis?
Well, that looks like too much hair. That guy's Navarro, the darkish,
Might remind you of another Navarro.
It's magnificent.
maybe a Dave Navarro.
Oh, really?
It looks just like him. I was like, you put some tattoos and a guitar on that man.
The real treasure of El Dorado.
Yeah.
Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro. There you go.
Open it.
You guys worked with Dave Navarro?
You got to work with Dave Navarro.
What's he like?
That's where he got herpes from.
Always singing. Yes, I did. I did. I
you
did.
saying
Actually, I may have had it before.
Oh, see, why would you open that?
By the way, this is. Oh, he breathes it. Coughing.
Why would you open that?
Why did he breathe in like that?
Yeah. Hey, there's some mist coming off of this corpse that's been trapped in the mystical idol statue.
No, he breathed it. It's asthma. That's what it is. You need some Advair. You're gonna need a breathing treatment. Maybe something worse.
I got this gun here. Bye-bye.
Okay, I gotta tell you something that's funny. When we mocap that,
How did he fall down?
he had to do that whole thing, and there was a pad, but he did this whole herky jerky thing.
Very well.
We were laughing out loud. But it was great.
Navarro.
At him or with him? Like, was he in on the joke, or was he like, this is the pinnacle of
The
my
real
performance?
No.
treasure of El
Simon
Dorado
Templar,
is the
he's
friends we
good.
made along the way.
He was
True.
just doing.
But you were making fun of him, it sounds like.
You were being
Well,
cruel.
he was laughing. He was laughing too. He was laughing too.
Cuidado.
So pathetic. All of you. Scrambling
Robin
around for
Outkin
your
Downs
petty
never
treasures.
ever plays
Do you have any idea
his
what
heritage,
this
which is
worth?
British.
To the right buyer?
What is he playing now? What is that?
Levantalo.
I would say
Levantalo. It's South American, we'll call it.
sure.
All right.
Oh, not these things again.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, by the way,
Do you
Sully.
ever put a bullet in his head? Not that you'd want to, or do you?
It's the Spaniards, Sully.
It's the Spaniards.
Never left.
They never left.
Oh,
Are they Spaniards? I feel like they're the Germans.
My God.
No, they're the Spaniards.
Please tell me you actually
They're
did
the
that.
descendants.
Please tell me you did this.
Yeah, he did.
he does this a lot.
Wow, hey.
Hey!
There's a gif. There's a gif of Alan miming masturbation. Do you wanna shoot some people? There we go.
They're not people.
They're not people. They're not people, kid.
They're Spaniards.
They're not people. They're Spaniards. Now I understand our viewership in Spain and why.
Why it's gone down.
Why is there not too well in Barcelona or Madrid for that matter?
Barcelona. How wonderful is that place? Have you been?
You know what? I've been to pretty much everywhere in Europe, but Barcelona.
I'm saving it. It's a good one. It's a good one.
I love the background of this being the conversation. It's like, please, tell me about your. There I was on the Camino walking.
Catalonia.
Paella.
Oh, and he got away.
Oh, insult to injury.
You needed him to get away, or else the game would stop. You need to keep playing this thing.
Oh, I see.
No, really, Alan, we should be done.
Oh.
My God.
So were there guys mocapping this?
That's what I've asked.
And the answer seems to be no. Was there at least just one guy that you were?
That you were working off of, that you saw, besides Simon Templeman doing some kind of herky-jerky thing, as you said. See?
Very well.
You get to see his penis.
Really?
I have no problem showing zombie penis.
Where's that guy? Did I shoot him? What do I have
They're
to do?
not
He's
people.
getting away. What am I supposed to do?
Not let him
Yeah.
get away. Duh.
What do I shoot?
What is a zombie penis?
Hold on.
Still stuck on that?
Well, it's just like
We moved on.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
All right. You.
There's
He got away.
Okay, he got away again, so we gotta.
listen,
Go to the stairs. Go up the stairs. See how they're on the outer skirts right there?
Oh, I gotta go up the other stairs.
the outer
I see.
skirts.
I see.
do you have to like cut its head off?
No. They die pretty simply. They're not.
I'm still talking about the penis.
I understand. Circumcised or not, they don't really
Dang
make
it.
too much of a thing
Really?
about it. Yeah,
Do
just
they
kinda-
try to eat
You
brains?
think these things have covered wagons? That's weird.
Wow.
It took me a second too. I was like,
Oh.
I understand now. Then I went to paint your wagons and the whole Clint Eastwood. It just didn't. Ish.
Yeah.
No. Das. You know what's interesting to me about this game? He has not taken a single drink of water this entire
You know what?
adventure.
I'm rushing it. I'm rushing this. I see where they
We're
are.
talking. Are we penis or are we talking?
Yeah,
again
don't,
about-
when it comes to zombie pig, don't rush it.
Don't rush it.
You want to make that last. This is where I've had problems with
Go.
games like this. The aiming. I see there's an aiming.
There's a reticle.
There's
Sure.
a reticle. I see.
It's theoretical. but
theoretical. Right, you're not using it always, but
Theoretical Reticle was the name of my punk band in 8th grade.
really,
Yeah.
in 8th grade.
We were punk, man. We didn't mess around.
Those are prime punk years.
We were so punk, no guitars, no drums, no bass. Just-
Apparently, it takes a long time to load that shotgun.
Just 7 lead singers.
Just a xylophone and a dream. Yeah.
I was a glockenspiel man.
Were you?
Yeah.
Hardcore, man.
I was metal. Totally
You
metal.
were. You were. Come on. I like that. I'm crawling out of the water. Don't mind me. All right, head up the stairs.
All right. See, it looks like they go easier on them each successive time.
Oh, no. I feel like it's harder.
See, this is why with the triangle and the square.
A lot of buttons. There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, but it's the circle.
Keep going. You're good.
This looks like a child's game. I mean, this doesn't look like a child's game. But that.
Hopefully this is what child's game? Jump!
Oh my God!
I did not have to do that.
This was stupid. This was stupid.
This is stupid.
Did you mocap that?
I mocap that. They took me over the Culver stages. It's very dangerous.
Who's? Oh.
Wait. You did that part at Culver Stages?
No, I'm kidding.
Because you did this at House of Moves.
Yeah,
All this was at House of Moves. You didn't move to Culver Stages until...
till 3.
Which is no longer there, by the way. It's a parking lot.
What?
Culver Stages is gone.
Is it really?
With the exception of the stage where they shot Wizard of Oz, because that's protected.
What do you mean?
It's gone. It is a parking lot. Sony's right down the street.
I know, but wait.
Uh-oh.
They shot. That's where they shoot the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They
Yeah,
used to
Culver?
shoot.
They used to
They
shoot.
did.
Clark Gregg and I would pass in the commissary.
Section that far down.
Look at the
Parking lot
cinematics on this.
That's
Now
amazing.
I remember the final boss battle. Oh my gosh!
Is it with Dave Navarro?
It's with Dave Navarro.
Martin Lowe! Kill him!
Martin Lowe.
Martin Lowe.
Martin Lowe. He's a good actor.
He is. I know his friend.
We're at the end, dude. This is the showdown.
This is the final. I feel like you need somebody else in here to help bring you over the finish line.
It's the
Like, I'm not the guy.
final countdown.
You have a show to do.
I have an
You have,
audition.
you have Hamlet.
Do you think 48 is too old for him?
Nah.
No. I feel like I could still play.
Is this Broadway, West
20s.
End? Where are we?
Pasadena Playhouse. It's not even the Pasadena Playhouse. It's the Pasadena.
There's a Shoney's in Pasadena that I noticed. Yeah.
That's where it is.
I did Richard III there, so yes. And the hump, I played the hump, but it was more about the. I was a server with a hump, so you understand. It was a king.
I see. So it was
what-
dinner theater. You served and did the theater.
Yeah.
Is that what I have to do for Hamlet?
Maybe. You should probably rehearse.
So like when Ophelia dies, does she then just sort of still serve the rest of
She's
the?
at the salad bar. So that's where she goes. So you cry, Ophelia.
Shine him a sneeze guard. Just stands there. Oh.
That was unfortunate.
Doesn't Amy need to come in for this last thing?
We should get Amy in here.
Oh, maybe she'll help. All right. Bye now.
Why did it take Alan for us to figure out who we should have the entire...
Is that who that was?
Tudyk. Alan Tudyk.
Okay.
Shotgun to the face.
Yes, I know it was Alan. You know what? I think you're right. I think I need to bring in.
Hi, Megan.
I need some serious help.
I want to see how you can do. Look, you started this thing by yourself. You can finish this thing by yourself. You have to. Come on.
I'm getting sniped. Like from. I gotta get color back on my face.
And then you can tell Amy what a wonderful job you did. Come on. You're right there at the finish. She'll be waiting for you across the finish line. There's Yuri again. Yuri has somehow managed to not die. Come on, dude. It's just a final boss battle. You can do this.
Just a final boss battle.
There he is.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. He's the only guy with beautiful brunette hair.
What do I want?
Man, you're doing good work with, you're doing the Lord's work with shotgun. He's gonna hide from you and he's gonna be at range, so maybe keep the M4. There's a lot of, and those guys are all gonna have M4s. By the way, the one thing that you haven't worked on very well, you're gonna need to be good at by the end of this. Melee and quick time events. Oh, Nini elbow.
Nailed.
I will say, man, 12 years in the making. 15 years, really, for you in the making.
Oh, I gotta stay down. 15 years in the making?
15 years in the making for us to be sat here next to each other. To sit here and watch as you finish the first game of arguably the greatest character that not only have you done, you have no ammo, but to a lot of people, as we've talked to, of their gaming history. And you have 9 bullets left to finish off all these guys.
It's Navarre. You gotta.
You have 3, and that's to start to recover.
I'm surprised there's another episode.
Yep.
Yeah, they bring Amy
know what to
in
do.
for that one.
I gotta. Oh shit! I forgot. We're
Because
doing
it's
this
about
again.
to be over.
Look how far you've
Maybe
come.
they just talk. I don't know.
Great. Great. Stay behind cover, and then still cover around. You will not be able to get Navarro, so just focus on his henchman and make him leave. Shoot to kill.
Should I don't know, should I do a reaction to the last episode? Because if it ends with this one, then I feel like there's not a point in me doing
Have to be raining, have to be at night.
But I don't know.
Focus on the guy who was right. Good.
Or maybe Nolan sucks that much. Yeah, maybe.
Nice. Nice reload under cover, man. There you go. So as long as he doesn't have cover, or as long as he doesn't have any support, he's gonna run. Pick up the M4.
I think the M4, right?
Is there any more ammo? There you go.
I gotta be judicious with my ammo.
Please be judicious with your ammo. Don't
I
get
like
that.
the sass, but
Not for here. All right, there's some more too. All right, you're good. Look at that. That's great. Perfect. And don't go straight
We
to
could
that
just
cover.
watch
Work
the last
around
one in the same stream. Yeah,
once you get
I'm
these
thinking
guys.
of doing that. Just finish it out and then do
Oof.
the Last of Us definitive
Watch out for these.
There they go.
playthrough.
So, yeah,
tomorrow.
now move. Good. Perfect. Right in the taint, as we've learned. Be a little bit quicker. There you go. Oh. Great. Reload. R1.
I can't come up when he's.
R1 when you reload. Right, reload right now. There you go. Got to the right.
I see him.
I see him. Fuck. 20 rounds. Reload. There you go. Move up to the next pit of cover. Oh. Destructible cover. So, all right. Move. Nice. All you gotta do is get those two guys and you're down. There you go. Okay, good. One more guy. You have 15 rounds. Move. Ugh. So close. So close.
F.
Just don't stay too far behind cover. Or stay too long behind cover. There you go. That's closer. That's better.
Damn
You're
it.
good. You're good.
Yeah, I shouldn't have poked my head out.
You're
there.
fine. Black and white is breathing. Go. There you go. Good. Perfect. I'm just here to be your encourager.
That's gonna be Bryce with
Dude's
me.
after
I'm
him.
just here to be your encourager.
No, I want the M4.
Yeah.
This M-
You'll get like 91 rounds is what we
I wonder what Amy has to
73.
say. Yeah.
Any more? Or no, I think it was over here, right?
did 91 before, so that may be it.
I think it was over here.
We're gonna find out in the next one.
There you go. Just be a little bit. Wait till they reload is a great opportunity. There you go. Good. Perfect. You get one more guy and reload. Don't wait too long behind cover because they'll start coming after you. Perfect. You're about to have 3 reload right now. You're gonna have 3 guys that come out. Move. It's great. Reload. Great. There you guys. Reload. Hurry, because he's about to destroy that cover. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. Pick up ammo. Nothing there.
It's more over here. Right.
Yeah,
Shot
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys.
Where you killed them. Where they are now dead. What's back behind you?
What do you mean?
Right there. Oh, you're full up. Okay.
Well,
All right. You're getting there to the end, dude. Circle, circle, circle.
Oh. F.
Now you know what to do.
Nolan is getting it. Yeah, he is.
am I loaded up?
You're loaded up. That's what I'm saying. You're about to get to the quick time events. Circle, circle, circle. Here you go. Careful. Take your time. There you go. To the right. Don't worry about Navarro. Great. Reload. You have ammo to your left. There you go. That cover will get blown faster than the others. There you go. Pick them off. You've got a grenade guy up the top. Perfect. Navarro's moving. Go get more ammo. There you go. Ooh. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
I like you. You're now treasure to me.
Treasure.
Which I'm sure some designer put some piece of treasure here on the boat. And that's how you get the platinum, is
Probably,
somehow
right?
through all this, you just get the treasure like, oh, you missed one. Reload, R1. Reload up full. There you go.
I think I'm. I think it's. Right?
Yeah, you got
Oh,
everything.
nice.
I just want to make sure you start with a full mag. You're good.
Up here, right?
Yep. Getting close, dude.
Oh.
Oh.
But I didn't do that, right? Oh no. What is fight?
Get ready.
Crap, now what?
Roll to him. Get close. Square, triangle, square is going to be your.
Square, triangle, square.
Yep. So evade. Yep.
So evade, keep evading, and
Closer
go,
to him,
but go
closer to him, closer to him.
I think this is why they have a second episode.
Let's not go that.
Try the other way. Wait a minute.
Are you sure about this? All right. Hold on. I'm just gonna stay.
Wait till he reloads. Wait. Yeah. Now move it to the next cover. Go. Go. Square.
F.
Okay.
Square, triangle, square, triangle, square.
Yes.
Square, triangle, square, right?
Yep. Go. Go, 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 go. Triangle. Just follow the button prompts. No. Just it'll give you the button prompts on the bottom.
I went square, triangle, square. So
Yeah, but listen to the button prompts on the screen. It'll do triangle, do that, circle, whatever it tells you to do it. Just like a normal QuickTime event. Go. Go. Triangle, square. There you go.
Come on, Nolan. F.
damn it.
So when he gets to that point, either get under cover or evade. Go. Go.
What happened?
Did you press triangle?
Yeah.
You're seeing the button problems on the bottom of the screen, right? Nice vault. Go. Triangle.
What? Did I not triangle?
So when it says triangle, hit triangle.
Just once.
Yep.
I got you.
Yeah, this is why they have another episode.
Wow, this is really not good for my health to watch him die this much.
Got you.
Go. Go, 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 go. Alright.
It didn't vault enough.
It didn't vault enough. So many t-shirts have been born out of us playing this game. Now we have to make an album for... Oh.
I went too soon.
Nini Elbow.
Alright, I got this. I got this.
Bring us home. Bring us home.
Come on. Come on.
You're right here at the end. Go. Go. Do something. Triangle. Square. There you go.
There you go,
And
Nolan.
what am I supposed to do here when he pushes me?
Evade and go find cover. So there's cover. Go, 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 go.
F.
Go to the right.
Is there cover over there?
Yeah, there's a big box you can hide behind.
Oh man. Yeah.
See the big boxes behind the double stack?
Yeah.
Go. Go. Great ball. Go. Punch.
What the hell? I run up to him and I'm supposed to get a triangle.
No, give him a punch first.
What is a punch?
Square.
Well, shit. These are things I really need to know. Ah.
Go. Go. Square. Triangle. Circle.
Didn't give me the circle.
It's because you didn't press triangle.
Oh, for God's sake, I did press triangle.
Do you see when the prompt comes up? That's when you press triangle. So wait for you to see it, and then press triangle when it does it, and then it'll do circle, press circle.
I pressed it.
Don't mash it, just press it once.
Oh, okay.
There's triangle, triangle, circle, circle. You got this, you got this.
F.
Hey, they call it a boss battle for a reason.
Nolan is spamming the buttons, yeah.
Go. Go.
He wants this to be over.
Perfect. So you're gonna go to him, square to melee, wait for the triangle, triangle. Triangle. Square. Perfect.
Now I'm going to the right after he knocks me down, you
Yep.
said, right?
Yep.
And I assume I
You
should
got
be-
this, Nolan.
Go to the right, go, 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 go to the right. Here. Fuck.
F.
I shouldn't go to the right.
Try going right straight towards him. I thought you had to go into cover one more time.
Got you.
My lower back is sweating. Go. Perfect. Go after him. Triangle. Yep.
F.
Right in the face.
In the face. You get the rhythm of it though, right?
Yeah, you think after the 100th time watching myself die? Okay, got a little
101.
I wanted to see if I could get to that.
To the
second.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Do you see why they needed a second
It's
episode
almost like
now?
someone designed this to be a certain way.
Wow.
I mean, you did some pretty good business with the sass, so I get it.
I think they're gonna make it easier for me.
No, they're not, Nolan. They don't make it easy.
I'm gonna run right at them, and they're gonna give me a triangle prompt.
That looks right.
But don't do anything unless they give me a prompt, right?
Correct.
I did it!
Square and then triangle? Are you the triangle then square?
No, I did it. I did it. I did
I
it.
think he's got this, yeah.
Oops, I did it again. You got this. Here you go.
You gotta be shitting me!
I watched you. You did that. Welcome to the frustration of quick time events. Perfect.
So I'm gonna run at him and hit him again like I did last time. There you go. Do I have anything to do? Hold on. Don't celebrate yet. I remember doing this scene. I remember mocapping this. Elena, we had that got kind of a rig she's hanging off of. Like,
Can you stand?
Okay.
You all right?
Oh, Nate!
do I need to do something, or is he gonna do it? Please.
Adios, asshole.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I bet he drowns.
Oh, it's worse than that.
Uncharted easy trophy, yeah.
Quite a day.
Yeah, save the world, triumph over evil. Pretty typical.
There's only one person that should be here with us right now.
It's a shame we're leaving empty-handed, though.
Shall I summon that person?
By all means.
Alright, we're gonna see what Amy has to say. Alright, let's go and see what Amy has to say.
Well done. Well done.
You two got a funny idea
must have
of
beat it.
romantic.
Yeah,
The right side of your face isn't sagging anymore.
So you've been watching.
I was watching and I was worried for you.
There's the boat.
We already
Look at how young Richard
Yeah,
looked.
big boat.
I like
We
this
couldn't
one
think
better.
of crossing over the finish line without you.
He can still look that young.
Sully, you
Virtually.
beautiful son of a bitch.
Hard enough
Now,
a
here's a
couple of
question I've
miles
been
to
asking
beat
him,
that can.
but I want to know from you.
Let's see if I remember. It's been a while.
When you're envisioning this, when you're writing this, when you're capturing this, is this what you saw in your head?
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
I mean, sure.
Sorry you didn't get
It's
your
hard to
story.
say because it's an iterative process, right? I mean,
Sure.
but you've got concept art, you're thinking about the music, like it all comes together. I don't want to talk over your sweet moment.
Oh, you know what? I remember mocapping this like it was yesterday.
Really?
And how we talked like, should they kiss at the end? And she's like, no.
Too much?
No, it's just because it's so cliche.
It would be too on the nose
Yeah.
or on the lips.
Well
Hey.
done,
I
Nolan
did
North,
it! I have
finally.
goosebumps. Look at my hair. I got goosebumps. I got
Look at
goosebumps,
that.
guys.
Look at that. Art direction, Bruce Straley. Game director,
Yeah,
Amy Hennig.
yeah.
Who else is? Josh Scherer.
Josh, sure.
Richard LeMarchand.
Wow.
Why do I want to cry?
Eric Baldwin.
Everybody.
Eric
I'm like
Baldwin,
happy for Nolan, I
Pope.
guess.
A lot of those people are still there.
Game designers Neil Druckmann. That kid's got no career.
No.
He's got no future. in the
No
business.
future. So it really does match the movie that you had out in your mind.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I'm trying to remember because it was what? I mean, 12 years ago now, almost.
That it came out, but I mean, you'd worked on it. Obviously.
Yeah, I worked on it since 2004.
Are you
And
proud of
so,
Nolan
I
North?
mean, you've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, you've used it in your backdrops. It's a wonderful concept art that you kind of imagine behind the scenes, and because everything's being developed at the same time. I mean, like, you can be looking at the level in production and see what it looks like, and it's already getting lit or something. Or maybe I've described to Greg Edmondson, our composer, what's happening. He's
That's
already
me.
starting to.
Nathan Drake, Nolan North.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's already starting to score it, so I can, you kind of like mush it together in your mind. But yeah, I mean,
I have to ask. Have you played the game?
of course. I've
Okay.
played the game
Okay. Now you would think that would be the obvious thing, but
hundreds of times.
guy-
It was so painful watching you. I'm
But
sorry,
you-
no offense. Watching you play, and you going triangle, triangle, triangle. It's like, God damn it, circle. I'm just like clenching my fist, like
At
go over there,
2
over
AMA?
there. Yeah, yes. I am a big
Do I need these anymore?
remote.
Gary
know-it-all.
Roberts.
Troy,
Wow.
do I
Huh?
need
Yeah,
these
we
anymore?
probably don't.
No.
Yeah, we probably don't.
Wow.
Job well done, guys.
Yes. I'm
Well,
glad I could join you for
Thank you
the
to Astro.
end of things here.
I'll take those from you.
Yes, you will.
this is pretty amazing, So
Oh my God,
I've been
Nolan's
talking
here.
About so much, I've been able to tell them so much about the development of what we did
Yeah.
and how I think it's interesting. Number one, we didn't capture audio.
No, we
the way
had
we
we
did.
had lav
We
mics. It'll probably
ADR'd it.
touch mine if I'm not careful. Yeah, because there was no soundstage. There was no mocap soundstage.
Right.
So we were just in a big hangar-like building, which of course, had all kinds of reverb. So we did put mics on you, but they were just for reference. And then we had to literally ADR the whole thing. So what I would do after we completed the performance and we picked
This
the
is so
takes we
interesting
liked,
hearing
I would
the, like,
literally transcribe what you guys did.
the
down
backstory
to
behind, like, how they
ers, breaths,
made the game.
ellipses.
Did you really?
Yeah, and then we would bring that in to the ADR booth.
That
And
sounds
then-
like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. The whole thing was a lot of work. But the thing was, of course, because all the facial animation.
Female
for
director
1
for the
through 3 was
Uncharted
all done
trilogy.
by
Yay.
hand. It was hand keyed. You weren't trying to match lip flaps when you were ADR. You were just matching the overall performance. But you had your original performance and our best takes to go from.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We did.
And then we animated your face once you ADR'd it.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of work to do that twice, which is why for number 2 we worked with House of Moves to actually build a soundstage inside that
That's
big,
right, I remember.
gigantic warehouse.
Though you guys were responsible for that.
Yes.
So the stages in the stage, because there's the huge
the stage
stages
inside
outside.
the stage,
You're like,
yeah.
oh no, you're going actually, because we shot God of War there, not the most recent God of War,
Right.
but God
the
of War
original
3,
one.
Ascension.
And
no, Ascension.
I think Heavenly Sword was shot. I mean, like.
There's a bunch of stuff. It's a
Yeah,
much
yeah.
smaller stage.
Much
and then
smaller
I remember
stage.
at like 3 o'clock, there was like a daycare or something, a play school. And I was like, well, that's our tea break.
There were always airplanes and seagulls and children. or
Everybody
whatever,
has
right?
built their mocap
The
stage.
seagulls.
Yeah, seagulls. Everybody
Oh,
builds their
yeah.
mocap stage down like by
It's insane.
LAX and right by the beach.
That's why I love shooting at Sony's stage in Playa. It's just dead silent.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
one's around.
The news, yeah.
Do you know I walked in the first time on the new stages and I walked in, it says North Stage, and I was like, wow. They named it after
So
me, and
honored.
they said, you're not working here today, you're working on the South Stage.
He's like, I understand now what I said.
now I see. This
Did
is
you-
direction, not
No,
endearment.
there there've been a couple of games that have shipped recently, and you always want to send well wishes to those and congratulations to the student, no matter what the game is, because any game that ships is a miracle.
Absolutely, yeah.
But when you ship that game, most people that I've talked to are like, we don't feel like we're shipping. It says go gold. You're like, you never feel like you shipped a game that went gold. You're
No,
like,
yeah.
You feel like you're shipping a broken game, but regardless.
It's still painful to watch it even 12 years later.
Right, because there's so many things you would change.
You're like, God, why didn't we fix that? It was funny, I was watching, I just saw the first 4 episodes, I think, are online.
Yeah.
And I was watching some of the layout, and you know, that area in the jungle right after you arrive with the plane, and it has like kind of the arches, half of them are falling down, and there's like a wave of guys, and then another wave of guys, and there's an upper area. It was the very first area we built.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all of
So Bruce and,
I had a
and Richard
lot of
Lamarche,
trouble
I
in that
think,
area.
I watched you, and I was so, I felt awful. Or actually, I should say that Bruce and Richard Lamarche should feel awful. But because the thing is, we were learning, right? And so all those diagonal jumps, I mean, that's just level design 101. Don't do that. Like all the things you were having trouble
There
finding.
were a lot of
no visual,
jumps.
no
Like,
visual
surely we
language.
we should be jumping that way.
Yeah.
But there's no way that you
But you found it.
Did
I
you
mean,
have the hope that you were launching? You weren't just shipping a game, but you were launching a franchise, or was it just get this thing out the door?
Well,
Like,
you always hope. Like, okay, so this is the reason it's called Uncharted and not Drake's Fortune up top. It's Uncharted because if he completely tanked, we would call it something else the next time. It would be Uncharted, you know, Bob's Fortune. Because
Really? I was
Sorry.
on that tight of a
wait.
line? I was on that fine of a line and didn't know it? Wow.
I mean, the character, not you.
The
Nolan.
universe
But
was built, but the character
meaning.
was very much
And
in
look, you
flux.
can
You
already
meant
see
the
it.
character, not you. I was
You
the
are
character.
the character, I know.
It was me. Oh, wow.
Down
So
to
if I
every
had...
nuance.
Hey,
if
what
I-
happened to that Nathan guy?
Well, you got
He died in the end. He fell off the boat.
you got to have insurance, right? Just because you don't know if it's going to hit. But the idea of going.
That's
to,
why Elena. That's why
Yes, right.
Sully.
Well, I mean
Who did
that
you
allows
like?
for a lost legacy, doesn't it? If we had called it the Nathan Drake Adventures, we'd be screwed. That's not how
That's
you want to
not
brand
true.
a thing.
Would have been genius.
It's a whole alternate reality.
Not one I'd like to go down.
Yeah.
There's that famous video of Cory Barlog as he's watching the Metacritic scores, which I love.
Yeah. It's just so sweet and pure.
It's pure. It's exactly the word.
And I
Did
know
you
that
have your
feeling.
moments?
You know, it's sort of a blur. What you have, what I recognize in that moment is the exhaustion. You know, the absolute physical, mental, spiritual, psychological exhaustion of finishing something like this. And you're still on tenterhooks because you don't know how it's going to be received, right? You don't know. I mean, you know, granted, we had some stuff out, you know, at E3 and things like that, but you just don't know if it's going to land. And so when you see those results come in, the kind of the wash of relief that you feel is overpowering. But also, we talk about this sometimes, because you're working so hard for so long on something you're 100% dedicated, 100 and 200% dedicated to, you also have the sort of postpartum depression,
Of course.
right? And so you don't know what to do with yourself after you finish the game. Like, I couldn't even sit still. I couldn't sit down. I would try to go on vacation. I would just pace around because you're like, I should be doing something. Like,
Ken
you're
Levine
you're
talks about
conditioned.
that as well. I know
Yeah.
you guys are friends as well, and he goes, it's his least favorite thing to do is to ship a game. He's
Yeah.
like, now what do I do with
Yes,
my life?
right. Yeah, and your whole reality and identity is built around being there at work, working on the game, being on the team. And then also, you're also looking at, look, if it does well, because yes, the hope is that you're going to do a sequel, right? But, I mean, you got to have the humility to go, it might be a one and done, right? But you hope you're going to do a sequel, but then you're also going, how are we going to top this, right? And like,
We have to do it again.
right? And
Only
so,
better and
you know,
bigger.
after that first sort of wave of relief and joy, you go, oh shit, you know, like, now what do we do?
Yeah, but
With less than 2 years. I know, but you know, but
Well, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm curious. There are always babies that die. There's babies that are born.
Really?
But you know what I mean?
Dark.
Wow, is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Is that always
So,
babies that die? Good
there's
night,
always-
everybody.
As a writer, as a creator, you're like, this is the thing that I love. This is the one thing I wanted to make sure lasted. Is there anything in the first one
that got any baby
cut,
that got murdered?
What baby?
What baby
Had
should
to
we
kill your
murder?
baby.
You know, it's usually not an entire thing that gets cut. It's usually a dumbed down version of what you wanted to do. Because the problem is with a game like this that is all seamed together and you have all the story progression.
This
all
is
the
so cool.
landmarks,
Yeah, it is.
Is like if you pull something out, you can't pull threads like you can with other games, right? Now suddenly the thing doesn't hook up anymore, or if you've lost a key plot point, or your pacing is shot, right? And so what would happen is things that were going to be action sequences turn into cutscenes, or things that were supposed to be 20 minutes long turn into 5 minutes long, and you go, well, okay, so the scaffolding is still there, not our ideal solution, but one of the hardest things to do was when we would get to the end. You had such story propulsion that when we try to do the Scooby-Doo thing where you have the mystery kind of unveiled, but there's no time for any exposition. It's sort of like, I remember racing through it. It's like, oh, this must be the Spaniards. I mean, like even your Spaniards line, they were just in the last episode. Like, the Spaniards, they never left. That's enough, Sully. Keep playing.
They never left. Yeah, and we just go, what did he just
That's
say?
your explanation? Yeah, they're still here.
I remember hearing
that. Zombies. Just
I remember hearing that. I was running down a staircase.
Right.
Sully's like, what? I don't even know if he
Sometimes
heard
we
me.
would do that, right? We would put in little comments about like, sort of self-referential, like, what? How does that make any sense? But in this one, I mean, obviously we wanted the jet ski to be better. I apologize.
Oh, the jet skis.
It had such potential, and it was just sort of an orphaned baby.
I remember when I first played, I was like, this is going to be fun. And then cut to 5 minutes later, I was like, I want to find the designer of this and I want to throttle them.
Yeah, that was Richard. Richard did the Sunken Ruins. Richard LaMarchand, yeah. I mean, and this is not on them because we just didn't have time. And Bruce did God, to his credit, he did that run up river because it wasn't going to happen. It was going to get cut, and he's just like, I'm just doing it. But the problem was, to really enjoy something like that, a vehicle like that, you need some wide open spaces. But my God, that's a lot of terrain.
Oh no,
to build,
no!
Right?
It's narrow, and then there's nothing but obstacles.
I know. You don't have to
It's
tell
not
me.
like, hey, no, just give
That's
yourself
right.
a second
and you
to
have things to shoot
familiarize.
at, and things to explode. Yeah, I apologize.
I'm just glad that they didn't have, you had to pick up ammo. The fact that Elena had unlimited ammo, didn't have to reload.
That would have been murderous.
I want to know
it's hard when you're working on something like this. That part is suboptimal, but there's just no time to fix it. So you're like,
I don't know what suboptimal means. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was hard, but I was like,
of it, but
I want to know who came up with the slippery naked guys.
I was about to say, when at what point in your writing process did you go, you know what this game needs? Slippery naked eyes.
More
but
nudity.
wait.
More.
And even in
damp.
they're very anatomically.
Are they? I never looked
they're
that
not.
close.
They're very non-gender specific, but you can still see just the remains of something there.
There was no physics or anything, though. There's just some vague genitalia.
Just some.
I know, and then people work.
Vague genitalia.
There's just some vague genitalia.
It actually had to be on the ESRB.
If I had a nickel.
Some smoking, some drinking, and vague genitalia.
Yes.
The ESRB. That got us up to an
That's
M.
what it. Hey, you got an M. Wait, vague genitalia. That's what'll do it.
Yeah.
How far along in the process?
That was always the idea. Because look, some of this is drawn from classic pulp adventure stories. So Doc Savage is a huge inspiration. And if you look at the Doc Savage stories, they were sort of proto Scooby-Doo stories. Mm-hmm. So the idea was there was always some mystery, and you're picking up all these clues, going, "What's going on here?" And there's some weird sign, and it seems like it means this. And then at the end, you kind of pull the rubber mask off. Now, in this case, instead of, our rubber mask was that, plausibly there was a gold sarcophagus that had a virus in it,
Sure.
and then, the really fast-acting virus.
Clearly, like 30
I know.
seconds.
Well,
That was like a kid with a nut allergy. I think he's like,
cashews.
That's
That's all it was.
yeah, just.
So it was always just the barest bit of plausibility because, again, you don't have time for the exposition, but that was always meant to be a part of it, is that there's sort of the suggestion of supernatural underpinnings that are either then paid off in some way or explained in some way, right?
Why? There was something that you kind of flipped, a trope that you flipped on its
This is
head.
like a documentary
Normally
for
it's,
Uncharted.
There would be an ancillary character or a supplementary character like Elena or Victor that their nemesis is Navarro. Their nemesis is the lieutenant. It is the underling, and then the big baddie is obviously the big antagonist is the big protagonist nemesis.
Yeah.
But instead, you dispatched with Roman very quickly and very easily and outside of player
because
control.
we wanted to subvert, the expectations.
Was that the
Unless
whole...
the trope is already a subversion of expectations. There's, what I'm
Sure.
saying, like you expect it because the subversion is a trope. But we wanted to try to keep the raps on Navarro with the fact that he's just an asshole. Like we didn't want you to think that he had a plan of his own and that it involved offing Roman, right? So but then to show that and to show Navarro's dastardliness, then Roman had to go like that, right?
Cool.
Yeah. And as far as like, I don't know if you were asking like, do other characters have their own nemesis? Or were
No,
you
I thought that normally that if you want to follow the formula,
Yeah.
if you want to like open up Blake Snyder, then that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't sure if that was if it came out of a like you were in the writer's room going, wait a minute.
Well, you need twists, right?
What if we did? Sure,
Last
but that's
of
not
Tomorrow,
typically
yes.
one that people make. You always kind of point towards because you're building towards the culmination of a protagonist and antagonist colliding together, and at the very last minute to go, this guy, which to me became more interesting when you saw.
Why did you
Al Pacino's
decide
was
The
like
Last
a
of
good,
Us for tomorrow?
Villain is one you can empathize with.
Because I'm
And you see
hyper-focused
Nolan
on it
kind of just
right now.
berating him and treating him
Well, it
like
makes
a lesser than.
You've got confused feelings about it because it's like
Sure,
like
I
you
kinda
almost
get it.
Right, exactly. It's sort of like he's justified, and also some of this stuff is too buried because again, you don't have a lot of time for exposition. It's hard in an interactive story, but like Navarro, if I recall, was supposed to be Peruvian, mestizo, and
He was just like, ah.
Well, and so the problem is that fundamentally this is sort of like reverse smallpox blanket, right?
Okay.
Which is the idea is that sarcophagus was intended to be
yeah.
a bomb for the colonizing
Good
Spanish
reason.
by the colonized, the Peruvians. But it ended up not going back to the mainland. It ended up going to this island in the middle of the Pacific, and therefore, didn't have a catastrophic effect on our history, but could now because it's sitting there ticking away.
Did you write that and at what point do you go, no, we have to, this is this part of the story that we have to tell, and then you start scoping and
It's
you go, we
implied,
can't.
right? I mean, that's the problem is that, you're looking at fundamentally where you need your big, not Blake Snyder exactly, because, that should just be guidelines, but,
True.
we won't go there. But it's where your major story landmarks hit and what's needed there for something that is sort of deliberately formulaic, because it's very tropey in a good way, right?
Yeah.
So you find that you're hoping that you've laid enough pipe that people can piece things together, and if they're not piecing it together, it's because they're on a rip-roaring ride and they're swashbuckling, and that's fine, right?
Right.
But if you look at the documents, if you read things that are in the diary, you can piece together clues that are sitting there right under your nose, right? And so unfortunately, and look, I'm not saying this is perfect, why would you criticize this? Because I have my own critiques. But the point is that you kind of have to go, Sully, it was the Spaniards all along. They never left. The end, shoot,
Deal
run,
with it.
run, right?
See, now, because you've done TV, this is the point where I would normally point to, let's set up a clip of Port
clips
Charles.
and stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, TJ.
You've done
Fixer.
film. There's a level of awareness and understanding and knowledge that can only come from going hands-on, which is why we play games, which is why we make games,
Yep.
is so that there's a whole, it's like, I always compare it to, in Star Trek, right now we play chess on one, but when you look at Star Trek, they play chess three-dimensionally. That to me is playing a game. It's thinking about your opponents and the way that he can move, not just in a one-dimensional plane, but in a three-dimensional plane. That to me is games, exactly what you're talking about as far as normally in a film, you can only put your exposition in one place. You have to have the characters talking about it, or you have to have a letter from someone.
and
Here,
look,
you can hide it in the world.
And because the details of the story aren't important to everybody. So if you force that on everybody, just stop and read the journal and really expand on that, people will be going, oh my God, really? Just gonna get back to the
It's a
next
20-hour game, but wait.
Right.
The reason why.
So it's
can
sort of
go
like
back and do
you
more.
kind of decide which is sort of primary and which is secondary for a game, right? But we were cribbing from a lot of the structural stuff, obviously, from other pulp adventure films, most notably, of course.
So
Indiana
interesting,
Jones.
yeah.
And so if you look at those films, and I've charted them out, no pun, is the first 14 minutes or so is what we would kind of call the adventure before the adventure, meaning it is sort of this fast-paced swashbuckling thing that tells you who the character is, gets
Sure.
you all bought in, gets you all excited, because what they're doing is they're buying time for all the belabored historical exposition they have to do about the Ark of the Covenant and things
At
like
least
that.
you're bought in at this
If they
point.
started with that,
You need a rest. No, we got
Well,
you.
you don't know
Yeah.
who he is. You don't know what he's all
and also
about.
just you're on the ride now and you're in, right? and so they've earned the time.
Well, if I
to
look
do
at
that.
Indiana Jones, if I look at Raiders
we tried
of
to
the
do
Lost
the
Ark,
same.
You did it famously and very, very well. Because like you look at Raiders of the Lost Ark, you start off with them in the jungle, then finding the idol, the iconic shots, him running away, getting on the plane, and next thing you know, you find out he's a professor. And then when he's sitting there, it's like now he's a learned man and he's an academic and he's an erudite.
Well, and then when they talk about the Ark of the Covenant, again, if the movie started with that, you'd just be falling asleep in your seat.
True.
But you're leaning forward because now you're interested about who this guy is and what his journey's going to be. So you can see in the structure of the Uncharted games, it was the same thing. You know, there's a reason we started on the boat. There's a reason we started in medias res on the train in Uncharted 2, because you know.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
I know. We'll just do
Better.
that. Let's just go. You don't need to go anywhere.
Let's just keep playing. We have
We
ample
got Guinness.
Yeah.
We got ample Guinness, and
I got nowhere to be.
You have mini games. There are mini games that need to be made.
Got
I think it's
nowhere else
interesting.
to
The funny
be.
thing is,
Just turn
and
off the lights,
after
I'll sit
playing
here with my beer.
exactly after playing this, though, I can't help but think about how much this changed my life.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Well, that's what I was
and
leading
don't
to.
know.
Like you've done this now. Now that you've played this, what are you like on the other side?
It's funny because I mean, people. I've talked about it before, but this is the best role I've ever had. And I tell like my son, who's an actor now, and anybody who wants to be acting, the idea that you it's not that you necessarily are bad. It's just you're either right or you're not.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, and thanks to you, I mean, I was the right guy for this. And to
You
look
were,
back
like-
and play it and go, I was
That's
actually,
what I was
I was
doing?
actually able to separate.
Well, sometimes a director will also just, without telling you what they're helping you find, they help you find it and they go, we got it, right? So you're building something that
Right.
isn't necessarily made over to the actor because you don't want to get in their head, right? But I've told you this before, out of all the guys we brought in, and no knock on any of them, you were the only guy that came in with any vulnerability and humor. Everyone else was playing the hero because they think a video game, cardboard cutout hero, like there was no layers, there was no on your heels aspect. You were the only one that did that. So.
Well, thank God I did, because this is a good game. This is really
The next
good.
one's even better.
I cannot wait.
Well, we're definitely going to get there. You mentioned him throughout this. It's impossible to talk about the performance capture and not talk about Gordon. But
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I definitely want to know from you. Like we've talked about his. One of the famous lines I know that you said was so great is like, there they go, turning our movie into a game. What are some of your memories with Gordon as we go through
gosh.
this first one?
Yeah.
Because you're finding this. People had done cinematic
I don't
games.
even know how to give you a short answer to that.
I remember talking with him.
I mean, he changed my life, right? I mean, he's the mentor of my life.
Right. But I remember talking to him about this, like on breaks. And he just was, he had done everything. And for anybody who doesn't know, Gordon Hunt, I mean, he pretty much ran Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Animation.
Directed the Smurfs.
He's directed television. He won an
Yeah,
Emmy
yeah.
for
Speaking of Scooby-Doo.
Mad About You. I mean, look him up. It's ridiculous. And we lost him a short time ago. And I remember talking to him about this, and he was like, I don't know what we're doing, but this seems great. And he had such a great theater background, and one of the things he always hammered into us was be specific with every movement that you make. And I remember talking to him. I think he was one of the first people who said, somebody said, I don't know how you guys work in this thing. You're looking at nothing. He said, or they're looking at everything. And it was
Exactly
just
it.
this way that you opened up, and he was, I think, because of his
He's
theater
this
background.
sweet little Yoda of a man who was just,
He was
great.
great.
everybody's teacher. And I've told the story before about like so often. I mean, you were there. I would come to the set, no sleep, like been trying to juggle everything on the project and get ready for the shoot, and thinking about all the things that are stressing me out. And I would come and he'd go like, how are things going? And I go, oh, this, and this, and this. And then he'd kind of go, this is fun. And it was like, it seemed like such a non sequitur. Like
Or such a simple
but
notion.
what he was saying is like, how blessed are we that this is our job?
He always made us feel that way.
Yeah. And so his ability to flip everything, his optimism, you would watch him on the sidelines while we were shooting, and he would just be grinning from ear to ear, and he'd be acting it out with them. It's funny, even in the VO booth, I felt so bad for the guy, because I mean, like, how old was he when we were working with him? He was
70s.
late 70s, 80, right? Like, and he'd be sitting there on these long days when everybody's coming in to do effort passes.
He's right there with
and
them.
I could feel him next to me at the table, like, you know, clenching his abs and like over. He must have been exhausted by the end of the day because he was so empathetic.
Yeah.
Right? So this would not have been what it was without Gordon, and it's such a wonderful story because, first of all, he taught me to do what I know how to do because he let me into the process. He didn't go, okay, you're the client, sit there. It was like he mentored me and taught me how to do this.
Didn't know that.
But also what's fascinating about him, so it's talking about his Hanna-Barbera career, and he told me this, obviously when I was going through my own hard times, it's like, you know, that was his career. He was in his 40s, he was, you know, the lead of Hanna-Barbera, your voice direction, and then he was out, like that. And he was just knocked low and thought, well, who am I now? That's the end of my career, what do I do? But what that did is it opened up the fact that he went into 4-camera television, started directing television. And like that became his career. And then you look at this, and he used his VO directing skills on our projects, of course, as well as many others. But also because he was such a pioneer and so willing to just like, you know, drop any pretense and just learn and just embrace learning. The fact that he came on, I mean, people didn't shoot mocap like this before we did it. And that's all a credit to Gordon because he was shooting it like a stage play, which he had experience in, and like 4-camera television, which he had experience in. And that became the model for the industry, and that's all him, and he doesn't get the credit for it, right?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
I think now he can, now he should.
Right.
Now he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we wrap this up,
Yes.
as the creator and the spirit, the warden of this game, what would you hope would be his takeaway?
Gordon's.
No.
Oh, Nolan's. His takeaway. I didn't know who we were referencing. That he did good, right? That you've created this indelible character, right? That it's sort of like you're as well known as any movie star, right? More so. I mean, I remember it was so clearly one of the reviews by a reviewer who had actually been really skeptical about the game. And he had said, I don't understand why we're supposed to care about this guy in the previews. Why are we supposed to care about a guy, this goofy guy in a t-shirt and jeans? Like, there's nothing iconic about him. There's nothing Kratos-like about him, right?
Oh, wow.
And look, that was a problem even inside Sony marketing. They didn't know what to do with this, and I just have to, we all have
Can
to
we give
keep
him a
saying,
scar?
I said, what do you want, a top hat and a monocle, for Christ's sake? And the same reviewer, when he put out his actual review of the game, he just said, I was wrong. I said, why am I supposed to care about this guy in a t-shirt and jeans? And now I think he's the next Indiana Jones. So that's all on you.
Oh, man.
Well,
I helped.
I owe him.
A lot of money.
I owe him a steak dinner.
Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah.
No, well, I've also always said, you know, you were kind enough to give birth to this character, but you allowed me to help raise him.
Well, and again, I think that's what Gordon taught us, that it's not about white knuckling, holding the reins and not white knuckling control. It's about letting go. It's about creating a space where other people understand the scaffolding you're trying to hang this on, and then they can be all kinds of creative, you know? And then you just have to have the holistic brain and the desire to go, if somebody comes up with a better idea than I had, then it is, or an idea is as good as I had, then it's the better idea. And if it's better, I have to have the ability to go, that's fantastic, we're doing that.
Right.
And I'll shuffle things around it, right?
Best idea wins.
Yeah, absolutely, best idea. But that takes confidence and humility, right?
Absolutely.
And it takes the ability to kind of chase down the whole web of holistic connections in the game and go, that improves the thing. It doesn't break anything. We're doing that.
I think confidence is a byproduct of humility.
But confidence often looks like ego, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah, and it's not, right? It's actually
I
just
think to the insecure it does.
exactly,
Or
right?
to the arrogant it looks that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can't thank you enough for
Well, I think
what this was.
I can't thank you enough.
I can't wait to play this again. I want to go back. I'm
You
fired up
want
to
to climb a little bit?
I want to find it. No, now I
There's
want to.
about
I want to
30
treasure.
treasures
I
that we
want to
missed.
find those treasures I missed.
Well,
You didn't even rotate them and then admire them like you could have.
like yeah, because you can move this.
I wasn't told that was an
We
option.
needed to get through the game.
And see, there's the thing. All of those are actual, real items that are sourced from things from the locale and from the era. So that's how seriously.
Interesting,
that's
at the
a
time,
real
Kratos
map
was way more famous
the
than
era.
Nathan Drake. Yeah.
that we use as a background. We got from a high-res version from a museum. Like we took it really seriously, even if we ended up going just like the Spaniards. They never left. Shoot.
As we move forward, any because we should have had you here earlier, but
That's okay.
Any bits of advice that you would have for our burgeoning player over here?
Uncharted 2.
Don't listen to you because you keep saying the wrong buttons.
Well, at certain times,
Thank you.
It's been
Thank you.
Sometimes I get it wrong.
I just watched the first 4, so
sure.
maybe I'm just giving you a hard time anyway.
Oh no, a worthy hard time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've probably gotten there now, but use cover, man. That's what it's there for.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah. What about that?
And it makes you look cool.
It does. Remember, we did all the crouches. I was telling him. I
Yeah.
was explaining
Thighs
how all the
would burn.
crouches and
We
everything.
had you do everything that you could except for that one jump.
That one jump.
And thank God Mike was there right there.
That was in the second game. That was when I run out after Lazarevich kills Jeff. We'll get to that.
Like,
Spoilers.
yeah, that was great. Okay, let's do another one with
And
Mike
then,
now.
then I did that jump, and I do you remember though?
Oh,
talk
vividly.
about humility. I jumped, and I looked at Amy, and she looked at me, and I went, "You need to get somebody else to do
And
that."
he was thankfully standing on the sideline.
I was laughing so hard because I just kind of went, "Hey,
No, that was Mike Nukatis.
Mike Mikadis, phenomenal stuntman."
Yeah, a lot of
man.
Drake is him. I mean, not to take credit away from you, but like
So
a lot of
many-
that physical
Well,
signature is his too.
Side note, little tangent about Mike Mikadis.
That's all this show
The
is.
stuntman. What was interesting is because of Uncharted, as I've told people
I
this
love
story
this story.
before, J.J. Abrams put me in Star Trek Into Darkness. And Peter Weller was the captain of the Vengeance, and I was off to the right at this standing console.
What was your line?
Power coming online, sir. Thank you. But what more interesting, when I got there, I look over, and to the left, at the identical mirrored station, is Mike Mikadis.
No way.
Yeah, and JJ came up, he was talking to me, and I said, "Do you realize you have the two Drakes here?" He goes, "What?" I said, "That's my stuntman." He goes, "Mike, I use Mike on everything." I did, really?
At Small World,
so there we
he
go.
is Graham McTavish's stunt double on
Preacher?
Yeah.
Shut your
Is he
mouth.
really? I didn't know that. I got to talk to Graham about that.
That guy's like borderline
Ooh.
stalker level.
What
By
did
the
you think
way-
of this playthrough? It was fun
Graham
to watch
McTavish
Nolan
was
rage.
I
I liked his
Okay,
Okay,
Tease that?
I was going to ask a
face
question
drooping because he was so
because
focused,
This is the way
But
we
I'm
end
proud of him
everything,
for
but it seems pretty obvious.
beating it, and
So I might ask it a
excited
bit
to
more
see
rhetorically.
the other playthroughs that he's gonna
What do
do.
we play next?
Oh wait. Okay, now it's over. I wanted to get that little ending part. But yay. That was the definitive playthrough of Uncharted with Nolan North and Troy Baker. Very fun. And yeah, we're going to continue with these playthroughs. We're going to do The Last of Us tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified when I go live. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be a good bandicoot.